Hello everybody, this is Marcia from One Scrap at a Time, and I'm back today with another YouTube scrapbook process video for JustNick Studios. So today I am doing a travel layout with the Simple Stories Vintage Traveler collection. Just an amazing collection. I love this collection. You should seriously check it out. And I'm using 4 different JustNick Studio digital cut files. So I use the outline alphas for my title, the Mona Lisa part of my title, and my heart is full to get the my, and enjoy the moment to get the moment. And cut that all out of brown cardstock, and then back the outline alphas with different pattern papers, 4 different pattern papers. I wanted to use some travel icons, so I have the around the world cut file, and I got the globe from here and also a geotag that I cut out from here. I'm trying to mimic the left hand side here on the right hand side, so I'm piecing together some different pattern papers here on the left, and because there's a globe on the left, I want to put a globe on the right. Sorry, piecing together on the right. So I want to add a little bit of mixed media here too, because I want to pull in some of the orange that's on the left side and get some orange on the right side as well. So I'm going to apply a little bit of gesso on my layout, and this little teeny weeny brush just wasn't doing it for me, so I'm using my finger because I couldn't find my regular foam brush that I use. Once I have the gesso applied, I'm going to use my Vicki Boutin art crayons to add a little bit of color. So I'm just going to scribble the color onto some plastic packaging and then smush it up to get it spread around, and then apply that on top of my paper. So this first crayon I used wasn't as dark as I had hoped, so I went back through with a little bit of a darker crayon to get more of the orange color. You see me working with the plastic, trying to blend a little bit here too. So again, scribbling on the plastic and then spritzing it with some water and then applying it to the paper. And you can just apply, spread it around. So I wanted to go back and add a little bit of the lighter color in there. So I'm smushing up a little bit more of that and dribbling some color all over. This is only my second time using the art crayons, and I am using them kind of like how I would use my Faber-Castell gelatos. So I think I should experiment with a few other techniques as well, and see what I think. Alright, so we're building up on our mixed media background, and we're going to do some stamping because the Simple Stories Vintage Traveler collection comes with this amazing stamp set. So it has some balloons in here, and this what I just stamped here said Adventure, and it's got some like post stamps and some really cool stuff to build a mixed media background. So I'm going to ink up some balloons for the right side of my layout here and stamp a few post stamps. I'm using mixed media ink here from I think it's a Momenta ink pad, specifically for mixed media. So it does go on dark, but it still washes up with water, unlike a StazOn where you need a special cleaner to clean that up. So I kind of like this ink because it washes up very well. So once I have this stamped, I went and put the globe on here, and I took my sewing machine to it and stitched the globe down. So maybe in the close-ups you'll be able to see better. You can kind of see my threads hanging off on the right side there where I did that. So I'm going to be playing around with where I want everything to go. So I'm going to use some recycle some chipboard here to put on the back of my photo. And this photo is a picture of the Louvre and the crowd in front of the Mona Lisa painting. I went with my daughter to Paris in October, and we went to the Louvre and spent half a day there. It is an amazing place, and I could not believe how many people went to the Louvre just to stand in front of the Mona Lisa and then turn their backs to it. Not even look at the painting, and then take selfies of themselves in front of the Mona Lisa, and then they would leave. It was utter craziness. People pushing and shoving in this crowd to get to the front just to get a selfie. Well, I tried to get some pictures there of the Mona Lisa from the crowd. It just didn't work out very well. I got better shots from the side actually, and not directly from in front where all the people are. So here I am going to glue down the title, just using my fine line glue bottle, and I'm going to pull out my ruler just so I can make sure that these go on here straight. These outline alphas that are used, I think, are my favorite cut file from the JustNick Studios store. I use these all the time. And I love mixing them with scripty fonts like the My and the Moment. So I have a mixture of fonts in my title. I think it just adds some interest. So once I get this all glued down, it's time to embellish. And then this collection comes with some awesome embellishments. It has some washi tape, it has chipboard frames, stickers, everything you can imagine. So I'm going to pull out just a few die cuts and chipboard and try to get some framed around my photo and see what I want here. So I like the big balloon, but I just thought it was too big. So the chipboard balloon works a little bit better. And I'm going to use some foam dots behind some of the die cut F mirror pieces just to give my layout a little bit of dimension. And then glue some other ones down. So they'll be at varying heights, and it just adds more interest again. And then I can place here the geotag that I had cut out earlier. That right there. I thought the small one from the collection was just a little bit too small, so I'm using the bigger one that I cut out from the Around the World cut file. And again, I'm just mimicking what was done on the left side of the layout. You can see that there's a banner there underneath the Mona Lisa photo with a geotag. And so I wanted to mimic that on the right side. So I put another banner there under my photo with a geotag. So then I'm adding a tag here underneath the photo so I could do a little journaling where this is at. And I actually am going to add some journaling directly onto the layout as well. So there's space right down there in kind of off center on the left and the bottom for me to do some journaling. So I'm going to quickly add a few stickers on here as well. I love using sticker photo tabs, and I'm putting a few of those and just get a few phrases on here, and another geotag up by my title. So once I get my journaling on here, this will be just about done. So I want to thank you so much for stopping by today. If you aren't a subscriber of mine, I would love to have you become one. Just hit the subscribe button at the end of my video. Thanks so much. Here are some close-ups.